Santa's Little Helpers, Jacob Hester and
Matt Flynn,
are taking over Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota. Tune in for some naughty and nice sports talk this Christmas season. Live from
Raising Cane's
studio, here's Jacob Hester and
Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back. Off the Bench, hour 3 on a Friday. God, I hope everybody's ready for a fantastic weekend. Every single day you wake up, just thank the good Lord. We're here, got 2 feet on the ground. We're breathing. We are, 6 days away? 6 days away from the big guy coming. I'm excited. It's a great time to be alive right now. Football. If you're a football fan, this is some of the best time of the year. You got meaningful football all over the place. Almost every game in the NFL has an impact. College football playoffs starting tonight. I can't wait. It's cold. You got a little chill in the air. We're making fires every single night. Children are excited. We're cooking. Chilling. I think we've talked about it. Christmas is my favorite holiday. That's kind of the chalk answer. Is this favorite holiday for y'all?
I mean, probably for me.
Yeah. I think
kind of
so.
around the board.
Yeah. I mean, as a kid.
I do like Thanksgiving whenever I go home because I just like to spend time with my family and then we all go to the bar after. But I don't know.
Yep.
So it's hard to beat Christmas because the build up and everything.
Well, it's a build up. It's a long thing, right?
And you kind of lump Christmas and New Year's together.
Right.
They're only like a week apart. Like that all kind of gets thrown in there. So it's just longer.
Real quick before we get to quarterback rankings, NFL quarterback rankings, I did see something yesterday I thought was interesting. Just because we brought it up on the show before, Jake is very passionate about this, that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I saw an interview with Macaulay Culkin.
Okay.
Recently. Of course, plays Kevin from Home Alone. Hadn't really done much since then. He was in My Girl, but of course known for Home Alone, but a Christmas guy, right? He has been quoted recently as saying Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. And so I kind of feel like Kevin from Kevin McAllister supersedes Jake's opinion. He's kind of the authority on Christmas movie because he makes a really good point. He said Die Hard could have worked any time of the year. So if you set Die Hard at around St. Patrick's Day, it still works as a movie. Nothing really changes in the movie. But Home Alone couldn't be set around Memorial Day.
That's actually a good point.
Or the 4th of July. So I was like, whoa, what a great perspective. What a nice fresh perspective. Now the way they did it, I agree. It's got the Christmas tones. And I would have probably said it was a Christmas movie until Kevin McAllister told me that it wasn't. And I can see his point.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
That's actually a great point.
I have always leaned more towards, I love the Die Hard movie, and I kind of feel like people say it's a Christmas movie because they also love Die Hard. To that point, it didn't have to be a Christmas party.
Yeah.
Take the really Christmas party out, the movie's probably still as good.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's for sure it is.
And maybe that's what you look at going forward. Because you could say, okay, well, there's Christmas in it. How pivotal is Christmas to the plot of the movie, maybe?
What metric do you want to use? Like the playoff committee. What metric this year do we want to use? Because it's not going to be the same as last year. And we're probably not going to use the same metric for every team.
Die Hard passes the eye test.
Yeah.
But when you dive into it a little bit deeper.
Is it a best available?
How strength of schedule heavy is this Christmas schedule for them? Not here. Kind of go either way.
It might be one of the best teams out there, the best movies out there, but did it hit all the metrics to make it? I don't know. Jake's gonna be really pissed.
Another one.
Jake's gonna be pissed about this.
Yeah, he's gonna be mad.
You know who? You know what could have saved Kevin McAllister? Is if he would have had Gulf Coast Office Products at his house, so he could fax, he could scan, he could let the people know that he was home alone. Gulf Coast Office Products. If you work in an office, you know that the lifeline is the paper trail. And we live in a digital world. We got PDFs, we got emails, we got PowerPoints, we got all this stuff that we do. But at the heart of everything, there has to be that paper trail. And there's no better company in the country than Louisiana's Gulf Coast Office Products. Give them a call today if you want to Whether it's a one-person office, whether you work at a hospital, a university, it doesn't matter the size. They have an award-winning service team because if the paper trail, if those copiers, if those printers, if that office IT goes down, that everything shuts down. So don't let it happen. Award-winning customer service over there. You give them a call. You talk to a person. You don't talk to one of them robots over there. You talk to a person. They're the best around. Been doing it a long time. Proud sponsors of LSU, the Saints, the Pelicans, you name it. They are with the best. They are the best. Gulf Coast Office Products, GCOPnet.com. All right, y'all want to do some quarterback rankings?
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Let's do it.
I've been waiting all week for these.
Edge of your seat. Taylor actually has, because there's a lot of shakeup. All right, so there is a ton of shakeup happening. I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Patrick Mahomes is out.
Woo!
Okay? Not because he's not.
Does Gardner Minshew automatically take his spot, or does he have to earn it?
No.
Okay.
Shut it. All right. Patrick Mahomes is out because he's hurt. Okay, so if you are hurt and you're out for the year, you get removed from the list because this is a current list of the current best quarterbacks. Now, I do take into account historical evidence, and this is actually the time of the year where I also take into account team performance as well. Okay, so it's not necessarily who's the greatest stats, who's got the number one QBR, completion percentage, and all this and that. We're just going by my eyeball test, a little bit of stats, a little bit of historical data, team performance. We're taking everything into account here. All right, are y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, so let me give a recap from last week's top 10 because there is a lot of shakeup, people. Number 10, Dak Prescott. 9, Jordan Love. 8, Jared Goff. 7, Joe Burrow. 6, Sam Darnold. 5, Patrick Mahomes. 4, Justin Herbert. 3, Josh Allen. 2, Drake May. 1, Matthew Stafford. That was a week ago. It's a little bit different today. Now, 10's going to say the same. We got Dak Prescott probably having his best year. Now, the team, not quite as good, but Dak Prescott, and I'm doing this like he looks the part this year, playing well. Now, he's got 2 of the best receivers, and he's got one of the best tandems in the NFL at wide receiver, playing great. They're just not winning the big games, and I get it. You can say, well, the quarterback's job is to win the games. They go by wins and losses. I get it, but statistically, he is playing really, really well this year. Probably his best year in the NFL today. So he comes in at number 10. Number 9. This guy hasn't even been on the bubble all year. I've been wanting to put him. I'm probably wearing out the rest of the Foxhole OTB crew on the group text messages every single Sunday. And honestly,
wait, but I agree with you.
But honestly, he could probably be higher if I would have put him on the bubble before this. Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Talented dude. My God. The plays that he makes are insane. Yeah, he paints his fingernails.
I do too.
So what? So does Alondra. But we got to overlook the painted fingernails, people, because the guy is the most talented quarterback in the NFL, just from a physical standpoint. And I talked about it in the offseason. Ben Johnson was the perfect hire. You were so mad last year because of Eberflus, the most zero juice, non-charismatic dude in the world. They knew he wasn't going to be a long-term guy. Why have him for Caleb Williams' first year? Well, guess what? That gives Caleb Williams a mulligan from last year, in my opinion. So to me, this is his first real year as being. And I was saying at the end of the year, they are going to be a dangerous team. They are going to be a hard out. They play the Packers tomorrow. They have a chance to win the NFC North. What was said to be the best. It's not the best division in NFL football now, but it was said to be that. So,
because I remember when we did the thing, and I was like, well, the Bears, the bold predictions or whatever, and y'all were like, it's tough because of how good that division is, not because the Bears are super. I mean, who knew what they were going to be at the beginning of the season?
Right.
But Caleb looks. I'm with you. Every time you text us in the group chat, I'm not tired of it because I agree. Yep. I was telling y'all they're a lot of fun to watch this season.
Mm-hmm. So that pass, I think we've all seen the highlight now. The touchdown he threw to DJ Moore. There's a play like that. Maybe not like a touchdown play, but there's a play like that almost every game. And now they're more and more. He's playing more consistent, more disciplined. And I'm telling you, with Ben Johnson as his coach, this guy is going to tick up. Over the next couple of years, he's going to be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. And I know he rubs people the wrong way from a personality standpoint, especially down here in Louisiana. Just watch out. The dude is talented, and he's got a guy in Ben Johnson that runs a great offense. Under center, shotgun, multiple play actions, running game. It's just really good. So I saw you wanted to jump in. Are you good?
No, they doubled their win total from a year ago already.
Yeah, already.
They won 5 games last year, and everybody, when they started 4-2 this year, everybody said, "Hey, they started 4-2 last year and won 1 game the rest of the way." This year's a little bit different.
Yep. And you said, and you gave me this stat. He has to average 283 yards per game the next 3 to be the first 4,000-yard passing quarterback in Chicago Bear history.
Yep, never had one.
I looked it up. The Jets had one in 1964, I believe. Joe Namath threw for 4,007 yards in the 60s.
I think the
Bears
Bears are the only
one.
team that's never had one.
All right. We got to go on. That was only number 9. All right, number 8. Number 8. I don't have a lot to say about him. Jordan Love. He was at number 9. He moves up 1 this week because some people completely fell out of the top 10. So Jordan Love, I get it. He doesn't always have the sexiest game. He doesn't have the talent of like a Caleb Williams, but the guy has played better than what his stats show this year. A lot of drops, different injuries. Christian Watson is pretty much the number 1 receiver over there. Gets injured again last week. His number 1 passing guy was a tight end, and Tucker Kraft. He got injured early in the year. The guy has kept him in a lot of games. He's going to really have to play his ass off now with their safety out now. Micah Parsons is out. Like, they are suffering some injuries. It's such a huge game. I cannot wait for that game tomorrow night. Huge game. Bears, Packers. We'll see. This list is going to get shaken up again. Number 7. Get ready, Taylor. Another guy that hadn't even been on the bubble. And he's up at number 7 right now.
Oh.
Bo Nix.
Let's go.
Let's go. Come on, Bo. Stand up. I know you're listening. The Broncos. And a lot of this is falling on him just being fun to watch and being a competitor, finding a way to win, learning under Sean Payton, playing in that offense, playing great, playing competitive. What a great, like, that team is scary. Their defense has been good for 2 years, but now their offense is finally catching up. Bo Nix's play is not just like we'll see what it is this week, because sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not great. It's pretty darn good every single week. Not a leader in stats, but man, fun to watch. And look, this is one of those things where if your team's good, it's got to be because of good quarterback play, and winning games kind of because of him, because of the good defense, but good quarterback play as well. Broncos 12-2 right now, the number 1 seed in the AFC currently, and I don't really see that changing. I think the road to the Super Bowl in the AFC is going to run through Denver. Tay-Tay?
I mean, I'm happy.
I know you are.
Been a big Bo Nix fan really since he entered the league, because I thought him and Sean Payton were a match made in heaven, and just keep winning games, man.
Yep.
And now they're winning because of Bo.
Yep. All right, number 6. I'm going to go with Jared Goff. Look, he might be a little high. I think Bo Nix, Caleb, Jordan might have you could make an argument that they should potentially be in front of Jared Goff, but what that guy's doing statistically, one of the highest completion percentages, highest yards, highest touchdowns, the interception ratio. Like, he's leading a lot of statistical, just playing good football. And I know the Lions are having a little bit of disappointing season right now, but they are playing in one of the toughest. They have a shot at still making the playoffs. The Chicago Bears would have to kind of poo-poo on themselves. They'd have to lose, I think, the last 3 games, but the Chicago Bears are playing the Packers, the Niners, and then they play the Lions to finish out the year. So there's a chance, but Jared Goff, it's certainly not because of his performance, what he's doing. They're 8-6 right now. He's just playing really well. Almost 4,000 passing yards currently, 29 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. So having a great year for Jared Goff. Number 5, Sam Darnold. All right, so I tried to make this about what happened this past weekend and not applied what I saw last night. But Sam Darnold, man, he's on one of the best teams, so he's certainly gets a benefit from that, but statistically playing great. Now, he makes some weird, he made 2 bad interceptions, but because Mahomes fell out, he was 6 last week, I'm moving him up to 5. And so it's my opinion still out there to be determined on him, because he does make some of those bad plays, but he proved yesterday that he can make the plays when it matters against on a huge stage. Number 4, Justin Herbert, playing with a broken left hand, and I'm not even going to give Jacob the benefit of me talking too much about him. We all know who Justin Herbert is. He's playing with a terrible offensive line. His roster is terrible. He's playing with a broken left hand, but finding a way to win and finding a way, and I think he's getting close to leading the league and being sacked this year as well. So with all odds against him, still playing great. Number 3, Drake May. he lost head-to-head against the guy that's number 2, Josh Allen. So number 3, Drake May, having a great sophomore season. And then Josh Allen, number 2, like the guys coming on. This is one of those deals. Josh Allen, you might have one of the worst rosters of one of the top teams in the NFL. Can't stop the run on defense. Who is it that plays receiver? I think everybody forgot. James Cook playing really well. Josh Allen just absolutely putting the team on his back. And, man, you got to find a way to get in and try to make a run on the 1 year that you know Mahomes is not going to be in the playoffs. So, again, Drake May falls from number 2 to number 3. Josh Allen takes a spot at number 2. And number 1, it's easy. It's Matthew Stafford. He's incredible. I think he's got 40 or 41 touchdowns right now. The guy that's behind him in the touchdown on the touchdown rankings has 29. So he's in first place by over 10 touchdown passes this year. Throws for over 400 yards yesterday in a losing effort, of course. But the Rams are going to be a tough out, and I will take, if the Rams lined up today against the Seahawks, I would take the Rams because they pretty much dominated the whole game. A couple things didn't go their way towards the end. But Matthew Stafford, he's number 1 or number 2 in most of the passing categories. And like I said, the passing touchdowns is insane. I think he still has like 4 interceptions on the year. So like 41 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. You'd have to fact check me on that, but I think it's around 4 interceptions. Pretty solid. So pretty good. So Matthew Stafford, he remains number 1. He is the best quarterback, and I'm pretty sure he locked up the MVP last night. Just unless something crazy happens and he decides to play bad for a couple weeks, which I don't see happening. So there it is. There you have it. The NFL quarterback power rankings for Week 16. You heard it here first, and it's really not debatable. That's pretty much fact. All those things. Anybody? Any complaints?
Not very many. I mean,
Tyler Shuck is not going to make your
Well,
list.
bubble guy.
Oh, is he a bubble guy?
Maybe. There's a decent amount of people on the bubble. I dropped Joe Burrow out.
I mean, you have to at this point.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not the ad. Not the ad.
not the ad. Oh lordy! All right, I got to break some news to you guys. Next segment's going to be my last segment.
What?
I know.
You're just throwing this on us now?
You put this crap on us.
Unacceptable.
My oldest
Fire
has a
him.
Christmas performance at 10 a.m.
What?
He's got some lines. They're
there's
singing
gonna
songs.
be plenty of other Christmas performances.
I'm
Noon
sorry.
dismissal.
I love you guys. I love the show, but I will not miss a child's performance. I am sorry. But let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll finish this out. We'll start talking about college football. We'll do some pontoon parlay. We'll do some picks for the first round college football playoffs. Come on, right here, ESPN.
Off the bench.
I'm laughing because y'all always make fun of me. Because at one time, I said, Bally's. Baton Rouge, you got yourself an upgrade right here in downtown Baton Rouge. Bally's of Baton Rouge, the new casino, 25,000 square feet, gaming, DraftKings Sportsbook, the biggest TV, the biggest television you've probably ever seen in your life. What a great place to watch the college football playoffs right there. All new restaurants, all new bars, a brand new hotel, completely renovated. I say brand new. The hotel's been there a long time, but my God, it is not even a shadow of itself. It is incredible. The suites, everything is first class. So if you're looking for a amazing date night, maybe a night out with the boys, night out with the ladies, whatever it is, make sure you give Bally's a try because it is unbelievable what they have done. The makeup, the glow up right over there. Bally's of Baton Rouge.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in Off the Bench. I want to tell you about our friends over at Russell Pools, russellpools.com, the Louisiana's leader when it comes to custom pools, quality pools. So whatever you can dream of, they can build it. But first, they can draw it, they can design it, they can engineer it, they can build it, they can maintain it. That's why they're the industry leader in pools, the best pools. Go to their website, russellpools.com. You can see their gallery of work. If you want like a resort style pool, if you want a lazy river, a grotto, can I get a hot tub, somebody? Maybe that's you. Or maybe you just want a pretty standard pool. Standard shape, kidney bean, square, triangle, your name, whatever it is. They can build it. They can design it. 2 landscape architects right over there on staff. So if you've been thinking about it, it's something you've been wanting to do for a long time. Bucket list, kids are young, but they're getting old fast. You want to make sure you're the house that all the kids come to. Give Russell Pools a call. Start that process. Just start the conversation. Why not? What do you got to lose? Start the conversation. See what they can do. RussellPools.com. All right. We got a familiar face in studio. Eyes look a little puffy, I think. Jake, I don't know if you've probably been listening since the start of the show. We got Jacob Hester joining us right here. All right, can we see him?
I have definitely not been listening to you at all.
Well, we've been talking about it. You told us that you were in Shreveport with family, but we know that because you were probably a company Christmas party casualty last night and you're just at home hungover.
Nobody saw me there last night. I was here. You see, like, no family, get together. Of course, my mom. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord right over my right shoulder.
Oh, perfect.
That tells you you're at a grandmother's house.
Is it knitted?
It should be.
Well, I can tell you, we hope you're having a great time with the fam up in Shreveport. A little well-deserved time off, a little well-deserved family time. We just saw Harlow, I think, hanging out.
You did. You did. I'm surprised.
Why isn't
she's
she
not
still
running
on,
over
dude?
here. Yeah. I thought she would want to be on, but I put her in my lap to be on, and then she saw her iPad and decided she wanted to go do something else.
YouTube Kids was calling, huh?
Yes.
Oh, no doubt. All right, well, we've gotten into a lot. You missed it. We talked about the most handsome coaches in college football in the NFL. But we want to talk a little bit about
who was number one on that list? Was it Marcus Freeman?
So Marcus Freeman got knocked down a peg or two because of the fake hairline.
Mm-hmm.
Number one was Tony Vitello.
So he doesn't even coach in college anymore, though.
No, but we went professional.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I felt like it was better that he doesn't coach in college anymore, that it was more acceptable for me to put him at number one.
That's true. That's fair. Check out Bob Chesney, the JMU coach that's going to UCLA.
Pretty
handsome fella. Yeah.
Good jawline?
Oh.
Great jawline.
This man is handsome.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Bob Chesney.
Bob Chesney. He's the new UCLA coach who's coaching JMU against Oregon tomorrow.
He does
Cousins
love
of Kenny Chesney.
Yeah. He does love to put his hands on his hips, though.
Well, it's a good coaching stance. It's a power stance.
It's a power business stance.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jake.
He's on the list.
He is handsome. That's the first time I've ever seen that person's face.
Yeah.
Do you think they keep it within 3 scores?
Ooh, that's the game I know the least amount about because I have no idea. Like, at least with Ole Miss and Tulane, like, we've seen it before, right? So you're going to go one way or the other. You're either going to be like, oh, well, they're going to do it again, or you're like, oh, the second time is tough to beat a team. Or at least you have a direction to go in one way or the other. It's like a 50-50 deal. I have no idea with JMU and Oregon. I think JMU's a great program. I think they're a good team. I think they can hang with a lot of teams. But the only Power 4 team they played this year in Louisville, they lost by 2 touchdowns.
Right.
I think Oregon's a better team than Louisville. So I don't know, man. That one's so tough because I can easily see it obviously covering and Oregon winning by 28. But, you've got a long time to prepare. I know that Chesney is going to UCLA, but Oregon's offense and defensive coordinators are head coaches at other places now. So how much does that matter? So, like, if I was to stay away from a game of the 4, like, that one is easily the one that I don't have a feel either way because we just don't know what JMU is going to bring across the country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're 20.5-point dogs right now. So I think we're all expecting Oregon to kind of run away with it. But let's go to the game tonight. Give us your thoughts on Alabama, Oklahoma. We talked about it earlier in the show. Alondra's actually taking Bama on this one. What's your thoughts? What's your predictions?
So Alabama started off as a 1.5 favorite. It's now flipped to Oklahoma minus 1.5. It's going to be an ugly game. Like, beautifully ugly, like, for sure. Like, for me, you know me, you know what kind of game that I like. It's going to be a beautiful disaster. 40.5 is the total, and I could certainly see it living under that. I think the first game barely hit over that. What was it, 22, 21? Okay, yeah. So it barely hit that over. I can't see it. I can't see it being an explosive game. Now, the thing that makes me lean Oklahoma is because John Mateer won that game, and he wasn't anywhere close to healthy. right? I think he's going to be as close to healthy as he's been since the beginning of the season with his thumb injury, having 3 weeks to rest that and kind of be smart and go through the treatment process. And I always disagree with people that are like, yeah, but if Alabama doesn't turn the ball over in the first game, they win. Well, hell, who do you think turned them over? The Oklahoma defense, who's really good, who's one of the best in the country. Like, turnovers don't just happen. Like, the defense forces turnovers, and really good elite defenses find a way to take the ball away from you. And you're getting R. Mason Thomas back on the edge for Oklahoma. He's one of the best players in the country. So Alabama's been going the wrong direction. Oklahoma's been finding a way to win. It's like, we talk about it all the time. It's gritty over pretty. I understand that. Even the LSU game, like, that was not a pretty performance, but they won at the end of the day. I think Oklahoma finds a way in a very ugly football game.
I think you're right. I think it's going to be ugly. I just think that, to Alondra's point earlier, she's picking Alabama. I think that the whole rumors with their head coach over Alabama, it's got a chance to bring them together. It's got a chance to go the opposite direction. It could bring them together. We've seen Alabama play football, certainly not recently. I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to come down to either some big special team play, somebody's going to go for it when they shouldn't and either get it or not get it. There's going to be one or two plays that are going to make this game because I think they're pretty evenly matched from top to bottom. All right, let's go Miami, Texas A&M. I think based on Texas A&M bragging about they have the new re-signed and new highest paid wide receiver in Texas A&M history on the recordable history. There's a lot of unrecorded payments. But how do we feel about this game?
Are you trying to say Mike Evans probably made more?
He is potentially with an asterisk by it, second highest bid.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah. Soft maybe. Okay. For this one, I expect it to be the complete opposite of what I just talked about with Alabama and Oklahoma. I think it's going to be high scoring. I think it's going to be a back and forth. I think it's going to be a lot like Notre Dame and Texas A&M, the game they had early in the season where it comes down to the last play, the last drive. It's going to fall on these two quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks have made a lot of plays, but neither quarterback is perfect. So which one is going to be able to be closer to the perfect opposed to making the mistakes that loses the game? Because we've both seen them do that. In their losses, it has been bad quarterback play. So we've seen them be able to go out there and make the plays. Can they make enough? I think College Station's and Kyle Field's going to be turned up to an 11, though. And I think Miami might be the better team, like right now with the way they're playing, and Miami's really good up front, which that's really been a bugaboo for them in the past, but they are much better up front now. But College Station, Kyle Field's been waiting on this, Matt, as you know, for like 100 years. They've been waiting to win a national championship. Like, Elvis Presley was in diapers the last time they won a national championship. You know what I mean? Like, it's been so long. They haven't won a conference championship. Like, our two producers, were just being born the last time they won a conference championship. So they've been waiting for something of note for a very long time. I know it's an 11 a.m. game. Those people don't care, right? I mean, we know, look, they're a little different. They're a little different there, okay? They got their own traditions. It's a little odd. It's a little weird. We all know that. But the weird's going to be turned up as high as it possibly can go. So it's going to be an electric environment. If Miami gets in trouble and that place gets rocking, I've seen it. You've seen it. We've all been in that building when it goes kind of crazy. That could be a troublesome sign for Miami. So Miami's got to make sure that they don't fall behind the 8 ball quick in that game. Yeah,
they might turn midnight yell practice and just stay there. Then just stay there until the game. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I think if Miami, you're right, they might have the better team on paper on a roster standpoint. But if they can withstand the early pressure of that team, of that environment, of the energy, it's just withstand the blows. Don't get knocked out early. Don't get knocked out early to give your chance to knock out the punch in the second half. So it'll be one of those games. And look, hey, and you understand, you got a billion kids. I'm going to have a really sloppy dismount here, and I'm not going to stick the landing on the show because I got a show I got to get to. So I got to cut this segment off. I'm sorry. I had a heart out because my son is in a Christmas musical today at 10 a.m. So, Jake, good to see you, buddy.
I'm going to hang around for one more
All right,
segment.
hang around.
Since you're Christian Bailing, I'm going to stick around for one more, and we'll give some true picks as you go watch singing.
There you go. And I also wanted to let you know that Kane the dog sitting in your seat, way better looking than you. So good to see you,
Obviously.
though. All right, enjoy it, man.
Yeah,
have a great weekend. We will see you Monday, or I will see you Monday.
Actually, I'm going to stick around, for one more segment.
All right, you're going to stick around one more segment. All right. Well, love you guys. It's been a great week. Go football. Go Tigers. Go America. We'll be right back. Off the bench.
Off the bench.
All right. You know what? Some beers out there, they're just beers. Just standard beers. You just go out and drink them. But then there's something else. There's Dos Equis, the most elite of all the beers. We got college football playoffs starting tonight. We got meaningful football all over the NFL. This is one of the best times of the year to be a college football fan, to be a football fan in general. And what better way to do it? What better way to celebrate, kick your feet up, and watch the game than with a beer that isn't just beer. It's a Dos Equis. That delicious cold Mexican lager. Make sure you go get it. Your local watering hole. Maybe it's your local Rouse's. Wherever you enjoy getting your beers, make sure you're going to get it. You know what? If you're thinking about a last-minute gift, maybe a little white elephant gift, maybe a little Secret Santa gift, give the gift of Dos Equis. Tell those people to go for Dos, because there is nothing like a cold glass. And it's Christmas time. Get the nice stuff. Get the bottles. Treat yourself to some bottles. Go for Dos. Drink Dos Equis. Go for Dos.
Early in the morning, rising to the street. Light me up that cigarette, I'll strap shoes on my feet. Got to find
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
a reason why my money's all gone.
Welcome back in Off the Bench. We got two more segments left. We got Taylor Sharp here with you. We got Alondra Villarreal. And calling in via FaceTime, our guy right there, Mr. Jake Pastor. Jake, look, we've talked a lot of football, man. When are we getting into in the port city? What's going on in the 318? What are we doing up there?
Oh, well, I know for me, we've got a very busy schedule. We've got Christmas today with my mom, Christmas tomorrow with Katie's family, and then Sunday we've got it with my dad. So we've got a very busy schedule, not a lot of free time, but try to hit up some of the favorite restaurants, hopefully here. Shout out to Posadas. Shout out to Strawn's. Piccadilly normally would be on the menu, but since we have that in Baton Rouge, I don't have to hit that one. So making sure that we hit all of our spots and have fun with Christmas with a bunch of family.
So we talked Alabama, Oklahoma. We talked JMU, Oregon. We've even talked Texas A&M, Miami. It's the game that's kind of the closest to us, obviously. I mean, Ole Miss, Tulane, the battle.
Why? Is that because half of our old staff is now there? And their
Yes,
staff
the
is
incestuous
Irish, but they're there?
relationship
Yeah.
continues between LSU and Ole Miss. And then Tulane, John Summerall is the Florida head coach. So their staff's a little bit up in the air. They got a new coach, but he's not coaching that bowl game. Jake, my question to you is, can Tulane find 5 touchdowns?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like it was the first time. Like, I think Tulane's too good of a football team for that. Do I have them winning? I mean, no. I know Ole Miss has distractions, but Ole Miss is still talented. I mean, they still got Jimmys and Joes, and Tulane's got, I think, some guys that have been in some big situations, like Red Slap, their quarterback. Like, he was on an 11-win team a year ago at BYU. Like, they played Shadur Sanders and Travis Hunter in that Alamo Bowl, and they took it to him last year. I mean, he's been in big games, had some pressure, but the Alamo Bowl is not the college football playoff. And so, like, how much can he truly do? I don't know. Is it going to be a 5-touchdown game again? I don't think so. I think it's going to be really close to what the line is, 16.5, 17.5, depending on where you look there. So I think it's going to be a better situation for the Green Wave. For Ole Miss, they're playing with a chip on their shoulder for sure. Like, I'm sure they feel slighted in some ways, and they want to go out there and they want to prove, why they are a top program. All those things that we've talked about in length to nauseum. But I think it's going to be a closer game than the first one. I think it's going to be, probably a game that lives around 14 most of the game. And depending on, does Tulane score late, does Ole Miss score late to maybe go above are under the line there, but it's not going to be a 5-touchdown game. At least I would be very surprised, just because I think more of Tulane than them getting beat by 5 touchdowns against Ole Miss.
What can I get all of us opinion here, all three of us here, real quick? Look, we know Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas Tech. They're the talk of the town. They got the first round bye. Let's take them out of it. Is there a team that has to play that first round game? So a not top 4 for any of us. Which team out of those do you think can win this national championship? Like, has the best shot?
Oh my gosh. None of the above would probably be my answer, but if I have to choose one, I think I'll go with Oregon, and that might be chalk because they're the 5 seed. I think a lot of Dan Lanning. I think Dante Moore is a pro quarterback. I think he's going to hear his name pretty quick whenever he decides to go to the NFL. They do have game changers. There's some deficiencies there for sure. They're not a perfect team. I wouldn't put them up against the other 4 teams right now, but of the teams, because like a month ago, 2 months ago, I probably would have told you Texas A&M. I think Texas gave a pretty good blueprint on how to beat the Aggies. We'll see if another team can replicate that. I don't love the matchups for those teams either because of what you said. Indiana, Georgia, sitting there and waiting. Ohio State. Like, I think Texas Tech's a good football team, so I don't want to act like they're not. But if I had to choose between the 4 teams to play, that'd probably be the one I would choose, and that would be Oregon's matchup. So just for those reasons, I would go Oregon.
Well, Londra's a A&M fan, so she's obviously picking A&M, right?
Well, no, I actually
her dad will disown her. If she does
my
this.
entire family would disown me. I would disown myself. But I did want to talk about Texas Tech a little bit because Oregon does, for right now, seem like they have the easiest path to get to the championship because Alabama or Oklahoma would have to face the number 1 team in the country after this. And then whoever wins between Tulane and Ole Miss, Georgia, and then Ohio State. So you're right. It does seem like Oregon has the easiest path here, but I feel like Texas Tech is going to be a tough team to get through. But I don't know too much about Oregon or their defense because the way that Texas Tech plays football is so physical and just so aggressive. But I don't know enough about Oregon to be like, okay, yeah, they can overcome a team like Texas Tech.
Yeah, Alondra, it's a good point, and I'm right there with you. Like, I wouldn't favor them to do so, but if I'm following the exercise, I guess I would go Oregon because Texas Tech is very undervalued. I think offensively that's where they're undervalued the most. I think they have some really good players on offense, but like to your point, so that not to get too technical, but they play an odd front. They play a 3-3-5 defense, and typically when you play that defense, teams try to line up in like 12 personnel, heavy personnel, and try to bully you a little bit because we only have 3 defensive linemen, and you got to have elite linebacker play to be able to play that and be physical. But that's what they have.
Yeah, they have
Texas Tech has 3 elite linebackers.
Yeah.
So they get it done, and so that's very impressive to me. And again, if I'm following the exercise, but Texas Tech deserves to be exactly where they're at.
Yeah.
They do.
Get your guns up, Alondra.
But I actually do think that Texas A&M beats Miami.
Probably so. I think that's going to be the closest game. I think it's going to be a great game.
Close.
I do think Kyle Fields probably like the X factor in that one. Again, and I'm not trying to be funny or throw shade. They've been waiting on this for like 80 years. Those people are excited. They should be excited, and it's going to be an incredible environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the most exciting game because like Alabama, Oklahoma, probably not the ton of points. Like A&M, Miami, complete opposite, close game, high scoring. Yeah, I mean if I'm going to a team outside the top 4, I mean I hate to go chalk here, but it is Oregon, not because they're the 5 seed, but because I do think they have the easiest path. Yeah. No disrespect to JMU, but I mean look, that's the team that everybody was kind of like, should Notre Dame have gotten in over them? And then I love Texas Tech. I just don't know if top to bottom, they're quite as strong as Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia. Still a very good team. So if Oregon could survive Texas Tech, you would have to play Indiana, assuming they beat either Alabama or Oklahoma. But people forget, like, Indiana, yes, they went to Oregon and won that game. That was a 30-10 football game, and it was really tight most of the way. Like, if anybody could have his team ready to play, yes, it's Cignetti, but it's Dan Lanning on the other side. They have a really good defense. Dante Moore has had a good first season as a quarterback. So, like, that's a team that I'm kind of watching out for outside the top 4 that, like, maybe has to play that extra game. Jake, before we get you out of here, did the Saints make it 3 in a row this weekend?
Yeah, the Jets are horrible.
So bad.
The Jets are not a good football team. The Jets don't have much to be excited about. And I know the Saints have deficiencies, obviously. They've got more issues than Vogue. But, I mean, the Tyler Shuck development has been fun to watch. Vele started to make plays. Like, the defense is still continuing to fight like hell every single game.
Yeah.
Brandon Staley's done a nice job there. And you're talking about a Jets offense that's just it's like elite bad. Oh, the dogs are mad at something. They're just like elite bad. So, like, for me, I don't think there's any way the Jets score a ton of points, obviously, against that Saints defense. I like the Saints. I mean, I forget, I don't know how many weeks ago it was that I was like, yeah, the Saints are going to win 4 of their last 7. I don't know where we're at in that record. I don't remember exactly where I said.
So I think you have 2 wins out of the 4.
Okay, all right. So
there.
I think we're going to get the 3rd here coming up, and so, and it's a good thing. I know the draft choices, but now you're in a position where you're not getting the number 1 pick. So like now you're kind of in that in between of probably pick 6 and 11 or whatever. And so I understand that you want the best draft choice, but you can't put a price on what this is doing for Tyler Shuck, for his confidence, but also for others in that locker room to see him win games and what that does for their confidence as a team. So it's hard to put a value on that. And I think the Saints get a win against a very, very bad Jets team.
All right, Jake, we'll let you go, buddy.
Wait, do you have a parlay pick?
Oh, yeah, we didn't do a parlay.
Are we?
I wanted to do a
you know what?
weekend
Let's do this. Let's take a break. I'll tell the people about the great people over at Supreme Rice, and I'll come back and we'll give picks.
Okay. There we go.
Off the bench.
This might be a long live read. It might be a short one. I don't really know because I don't have a clock. But, look at Alondra, always on top of it. Go to supremerice.com today. Check out all the different variations they have there. The medium grain. They've got the long grain. They've got brown rice. They've got jasmine rice. They have all of our favorite rices. And right now, this season, right, etouffees, you've got gumbos. I've made jambalaya like 3 times in the last week alone. And you should be using Supreme Rice. Get it on any of your local AG food stores. Certainly you can pick it up at your local Rouse's. We always have it right there in front of us when we do our shows at Rouse's. Now you can order it online as well. So if you're listening to us somewhere where you can't get to one of those locations where it's at, always remember you can go to supremerice.com. You can order it there. Every single variation that they have, you can order right there online. You can check out recipes as well right there online. So if you're out of Louisiana but you want to cook some Louisiana dishes with Supreme Rice, you can do that as well. Go to that website today. That is supremerice.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Welcome back in. Final segment, Friday edition of Off the Bench. We got myself, Taylor Sharp. We got Alondra Villarreal, and calling in via FaceTime, our guy, Jake Apester. We normally do Ask the Bench here, but guys, we wanted to do a little pontoon parlay. Alondra, you said we have Matt Flynn's pick, right?
Yeah, Matt sent us his pick. It's an NFL play, so he's going Steelers-Lions under 51.5.
I don't hate that. The Lions' offense is, they've been kind of hit and miss. Steelers have a really good defense. It's not bad. Jacob Hester, what you got?
I really wanted to go Saints over Jets in the game that we just talked about, but anytime that we start getting a little fat and cocky about the Saints, they typically disappoint us, so I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go with a road favorite, which I know is something that is usually a no-no in the NFL. But give me the Minnesota Vikings minus 2.5 on the road against the New York Giants. I know the Giants aren't as bad as their record is, and it's bad. It's 2-12, and they've had some injuries. But the Vikings actually playing pretty well. I'm calling JJ 9 for as long as he's playing like this. I'll give it.
He had a big game last week.
Give me 9 in a win against the Giants.
Alondra, you got a playoff play?
Cringe. Yeah, I got a playoff play. I think it's going to be a very close game. Like I said, I think Texas A&M somehow pulls it off and wins in the first round versus Miami. But I think it'll be like a 1-2 point game. So I'm going to go Miami +3. for
like
mine.
Hey,
that.
Alondra, let me ask you this about that game.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be high scoring like I do? Like, I think it's going to be
I think they're
an
gonna,
electric offensive game.
I'm thinking like heavyweight fight between both offenses and honestly the defenses as well. I do think it'll be like a high scoring, go back and forth type game.
I think it's,
Hi, Harlow.
I think it's the opposite.
she can't hear
Hey,
me.
Harlow.
You say, hey?
There we go. I think it's the opposite of Oklahoma, Alabama. Like, I think they're both close games. I would take whatever the over is in A&M Miami. Okay, one more, and I'll go with this one. Guys, we're all going to pick games that are easy to follow over the weekend, right? No, not me. I'm going to go Tuesday, December 23rd. This is a bowl game. We're going the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl out in Frisco, Texas.
Hell yeah.
UNLV versus Ohio. UNLV.
What?
UNLV 6.5-point favorite, but they're a really good team. They're 10-3. Ohio's coach who just got fired out of nowhere. I'll take the Running Rebels to cover the 6.5 in the Frisco Bowl over Ohio.
Anybody that would go to the Frisco Bowl between UNLV and Ohio for their pick has some, some strong tendencies to maybe call a 1-800 number.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't want to pick Alabama, Oklahoma. I told Alondra because I'm like, it's a toss-up game, and I would kick myself whichever team I picked, and the other team won. I was like, let's do one that's a little bit more fun. So UNLV covering the 6.5 over Ohio. So we got to wait till Tuesday.
That's like playing, Chinese league basketball at 3 a.m. when you're chasing it a little bit,
Like
Right.
Korean tennis.
Right. I mean, this game's at like 8 o'clock Tuesday night. So, I mean, prime time matchup between the Rebels and the Bobcats. But, Frisco Bowl, that's where we're going.
Fighting Dan Mullins, baby. Let's go.
Totally normal pay. Look, Anthony Calandri has had a good season. Mullins has done a good job. And, I mean, Ohio doesn't have a coach. I like it.
We got some issues.
All right.
That's
going to do it for us.
Yeah, that's going to do it for us. We'll close this thing out, and we'll see you all on Monday.
Off the bench.
You want to tell us about Marucci, Jake?
Yeah, of course I do. Go to MarucciSports.com. Marucci, the leader in the game. And look, hopefully you took full advantage of the warehouse sale they have. But if you didn't, it's okay. They still got great deals going on. They still have all of your last-minute gifts right there off of Siegen at the Marucci headquarters. So go see them today. It's still, look, you still got a little bit of time to go to MarucciSports.com if you're listening to us outside of the Baton Rouge area, and you can get that gift in. It's for baseball. It's for softball. They are the official bat of Major League Baseball for a reason. They are the trusted bat, the go-to bat. It's not just bats, though. It's gloves, it's helmets, it's bat grips, golf grips. It's apparel. They have cleats now. I mean, Marucci does literally everything. You can go to the hitter's house as well, take some hacks. Maybe you're washed up like me in Alondra, but you still can go out there and take some hacks. It doesn't matter. Go to the hitter's house, MarucciSports.com.